TJ Productions, providing the best in sports and entertainment.
And welcome to another edition of DVCHC Hockey, Bloomsburg University Hockey. Corey Ive alongside me, Jake Mills. Jake, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great. Welcome to our little booth, as we like to call it, the lift. Happy to have you on.
The Bloomsburg Huskies, 3-3 coming into this game, taking on the Lafayette Leopards. They've yet to play. How do we feel about this game tonight?
Yeah, so obviously the Huskies dropped their last two games. The last one, Bucknell, they got outshot a lot. You know, it wasn't their best performance. And the game before that was an 8-5 loss against Gettysburg. And the big thing that I noticed, Corey, with the Huskies is they kind of let their emotions get the best of them. So, like, you know, game gets a little chippy, and then there's guys going at each other, and the other team would take full advantage of that. And, you know, I think that's been part of the issue, and obviously the Huskies don't have a ton of guys, and Bucknell came with, you know, 20-some guys, and they have 10, I think. You know, I think it's their full roster, 10 guys, so that's another issue that plays into it as well.
Yeah, speaking of kind of keeping your composure, Trent Winters, the captain, he's been having a solid start to the season, but 20 penalty minutes on the air. That's another kind of example of where you got to stay out of the sin bin tonight.
Right, yeah, keep yourself out of the penalty box, and, you know, if some guy's coming at you, you know, give it back a little bit, but don't let it get in your head and let it affect the game.
And we look at the offense, like you said, lost the last two games. The prior 4 games, goaltending wasn't really an issue. I mean, that Alvernia opener, they gave up 10, but other than that, 2, 3, 6 goals, like it wasn't bad. But last 2 games, Keys and Paulus, their goals against average definitely have skyrocketed a little bit. But
yeah.
I think it's a little deceiving. You got to look at those last 2 games. But if we had to say a key of the game, I think definitely goaltending has to tighten up. And they have a good chance with Lafayette, who hasn't played a game. You kind of have no expectation.
Right, yeah, you kind of don't know what you're getting in your opponent. Obviously, you know, resources is also an issue in this league sometimes, and Lafayette being a Division I school, not having a Division I hockey team, but having a little more resources than Bloomsburg being a Division II school, and even Bloomsburg, the club team, they're trying to still find some guys, they're actively always trying to get kids to play. You know what I mean? Try to build up the roster as much as they can. So, you go against a team, even though they haven't played a game, they may have more resources and a little bit better resources, so that plays a factor as well.
One of the guys that definitely you have talked about a lot this season, of course, is Gavin Weisgable. 16 points this year. What do you love about him?
Oh, he's a goal scorer, man. I tell you what, he the weekend series against American University, he had 9 goals in 2 games. He had 7 in the 1 game. So he's a scorer. If he touches the puck, he's going to score majority of the time. You want to make sure if you're Lafayette, don't let Gavin Weisgable get open in front of the net because he will score.
Yeah, and on top of that, 3 assists. He's even sharing the puck as well. And he's also been very disciplined, just 2 penalty minutes this year. So that's why, he's been very, very active. And also, look out for Nathan Wolceifer as well, the assist leader, 10 assists. What do you like about him so far through these 6 games?
Yeah, no, he's another guy that, he's a good goal scorer, but I notice him a lot more in the assist game, and it's obviously showing on the stat sheet. He's kind of always there, getting the puck to him. And one player, the captain, Trent Winters, I want to point out something about him. He may not have the prettiest stats, but you watch him play, you'll see today, Corey, he's in there all the time. He'll get a poke check. He'll push a guy against the board. He'll get the puck out to either, like Wolceifer or Weisgable. So Winters is a guy that sets up the plays, and I believe that's why he's the team captain. I've said it on here a multitude of times. That's why I believe he has the C on the jersey, because he's kind of that set-it-up type of guy for them.
And Winters, it's early in the season. It's only the 7th game for them. Last year he had just 5 points in 10 games, and he's matched that total already.
Right,
so
yeah.
A lot of growth from him so far.
Absolutely, yeah. No, he definitely tons of growth from him for sure.
Another guy we definitely want to look at, and again, another guy you've mentioned a lot, Zach Getz. What do you love about Zach Getz so far?
Zach Getz is a senior, kind of another leader on this team. Older guy, been around for a little bit. Again, he's another guy that kind of gets open. And Bloomsburg, they do have. Despite a small roster size, they have like Getz, Wolceifer, and Weisgable. Those are guys that if they have the puck in front of the net, there's a high percent chance they're scoring. Those are guys that get really good shots off all the time. Those are the top 3 for me there with guys scoring goals. Those are guys you don't want to have alone in front of the net.
And Getz is another one who's really almost matching his point totals from the last 2 seasons. He had 16 points last year, 18 points previous season, and this, for a forward, he just continues the offensive clinic, and he just shows for Lafayette, he's a guy they definitely need to watch.
Absolutely, yeah. Right, and again, we don't know much about Lafayette. Hell, we don't have the rosters, We don't even have that. So, we've done this before, though, when we had the game against American. We didn't have rosters for them, but, it's okay. We work with it. We'll figure it out, and as you guys know, right up on tjproductions.com always, so I will have a full scoring of names and all that. So apologies to anyone from Lafayette watching this. If your kid, your friend, brother, sister, whoever is scoring and we don't have their name, we apologize.
If anyone wants to drop the lineup in the chat, they can well. That could be helpful as well.
You absolutely can. If you got it, send it.
But going back to Bloomsburg, my one final point, obviously goaltending looks like Tyler Keys is going to start tonight. What do you want to see from him? Kind of a disastrous game against Bucknell.
Yeah, I mean, between him and Paulus giving up 19 goals, that's something you don't want. That's not something you should, something that's not good, not good. And, I think the thing for Keys is he's going to have to not allow that many shots. And I'm not pointing fingers at anyone, but a lot of the time it's, the Huskies I've seen at least, that defensively they can't hold on to the puck as much, so they give up they turn the puck over quite a bit. So that leaves Keys and Paulus with a lot of shots. So you give the other team a ton of shots. Most of them are going to go in. You know what I mean? So if you can limit the amount of shots that Keys takes today, I think he'll do just fine.
All right. I have to say it. What are your 3 keys of the game as we round up the warm-up here and have puck the opening face-off?
I'd say number 1, control your emotions. Obviously, don't let guys get in your head. That's been an issue the last 2 games. Like we said, Trent Winters, 20 penalty minutes on the year. You can't have that happen. Just control yourself a little bit. don't turn the puck over. Like I just said, limit the amount of shots that Keys takes today. And number 3, just, make sure you're getting Gavin Weisgable open in front of the net. That's it. that's one I'd go with the third one.
That's a key that we need to circle a billion times. We got to highlight it.
Yes.
Weisgable, number 1 option, has to get into effect tonight against Lafayette. Well, we'll see what happens as the warm-up clock trickles down to the final 13 seconds. And we'll see. We'll get a taste of this Lafayette Leopards team. We'll see what their offense looks like. We'll see how their back check is. We'll see what their goaltending's like. We're seeing a fresh team.
Yeah, we really are. We're seeing the first game of the year for these guys.
So we'll see as
so we will have our national anthem coming up, and we'll get ready for a puck drop.
Yeah.
So it appears that the warm-up clock has trickled down here, and the Huskies are making their way off the ice, and Lafayette is as well. Both teams getting ready.
A few extra warm-ups.
Yeah, a few extra shots, a few extra laps around the ice, Get yourself warm.
Got to make sure you stretch before the game, too.
Oh, yes.
Can't have any injuries.
No, not at all.
So cleaning up the pucks. Officials on the ice, too. We'll see. Always get a different set of officials pretty much every game, so we'll see.
See how they play out
goes,
this one.
yeah.
Yep. Because obviously there have been some issues with that. Some coaches for both squads not happy with that, with some certain calls in past games. So we'll see if that's any different today.
And they're lining up to the blue line, getting ready for our national anthem.
So we'll get a look at who the Huskies will have on their starting line. It's looking like number 28, Nate Wolsifer, Weisgable, Winters, Cantardi, and I believe last time it was Krakalishi. So I don't know who that other guy is today. We'll see. Oh, and Zach Getz.
All right, that's our anthem. And puck about to drop. I'd say about a minute from now.
Yeah, just about. Both teams getting some final touches on their game plans, and while we wait for that, we're going to run an ad or two from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Serpentatics Hockey is the proud wax sponsor of the Bloomsburg University ice hockey team. Serpentatics Hockey provides wax products and goalie and player training sessions in the New York and New Jersey area. They are proudly sponsoring many different clubs this year, including the FPHL's Binghamton Black Bears, the Northern Michigan Warhounds, Tennessee Women's Ice Hockey, and your Bloomsburg Huskies. Follow them on Instagram at Serpentatics Hockey.
And underway here the Toyota Sportsplex. Bloomsburg Huskies, Lafayette Leopards, and away we go as the Huskies win the opening faceoff. Clears it down. The Leopards loses an edge, and Bloomsburg takes over. There's the pass. In the corner. Winners. Had it on a stick was Cortardi, lost control. Behind the net. Kicks it out inside. Tried to get the pass off, and it was blocked, and we got a whistle blow. And they said that goaltender covered it.
Yes, that appears to be what the stoppage was there.
Face off and won by Lafayette. And had to stretch pass, just goes off his stick. In the neutral zone, and they take over. Good stick by Winners. Chips it, but just couldn't get it to his teammate. And clears it. Was Getz. And Bloomsburg, patient. Winners. And pressed up near the Leopards bench. And now Lafayette takes over. And no one there for the pass. And a sloppy play there as Krolisi couldn't get it. Pass, shot deflected, and a save by Keys. And here comes Bloomsburg the other way. That shot doesn't get on net. Here's number 20. And it's going to chip it behind Keys. Lafayette keeping possession and try to get to 24, and that pass turned over. Just about 2 minutes into this opening period, and a big hit as Bandix takes a big shot. And fanned on the chip shot, and a nice save there by Keys. Low in the butterfly, squeezes it.
Yeah, and you know what I've noticed throughout these first couple minutes of this period is that the Bloomsburg defense is actually, holding on to the puck and not giving up turnovers. So that's going to leave Keys with a pretty relaxed type of game here. Not taking as many shots as usual so far in this game.
Face-off won by Lafayette. And slap shot from the point, that misses wide. Number 11. Gets double teamed, able to pass it out to 8. Nice chip around. 8 to 11. Pass inside, but fanned on the one-timer. And Lafayette will have to reset in the neutral zone. And nice steal. And here's Phillips. Phillips pass, that's deflected off of the goaltender's stick. Goes down the other end of the ice. And it will be icing.
So yeah, a lot of change of possession between the two teams early on. Lafayette just had a nice opportunity there. A little one-timer in front of the net block there. A nice defense by the Huskies. But yeah, a lot different play than I've seen the last couple of games from these guys. They're holding onto the puck and not letting too much get away so far.
A lot of bouncing pucks. So you'd see a little hot potato going on in this first period. As Bloomsburg wins that face-off, Winners had a chance. It was blocked. Shot from the point, and they score. Zach Getz. Number 4 on the year, and the Huskies get on the board first.
That was a nice shot there by Getz, winning right in the corner of the net, and the Huskies have themselves the lead here. This is not something we usually see. Usually, even in the games they won, they've been down first majority of the time. They've only had a lead to open. They've only struck first maybe once or twice this year. So that's a big thing for them.
Zach Getz, who had a point last game against Bucknell, had an assist. Gets on the board with a goal early in this first period. As now Lafayette scrambling in their own zone, and that's turned over again. One-timer loose, still a chance, and a good save. Shot from the point was blocked. And Bloomsburg keeping time of possession in this first period. Lafayette finally gets it out of their zone, but immediately turns it over. Pass to Cortardi, but just missed it. He'll bump it around to Winters. Winters chips it along to Weisgable. That's the guy we're looking for tonight. And almost put it in his own net. Shot blocked. Bloomsburg trying to get it out of their zone. Bouncing puck again, and this time it's Wolsiffer that gets it, but Lafayette takes it right back. 2-on-2, 28 inside, and a nice save and covered by Keys.
Like I said, the Huskies, they're keeping the puck out of the Lafayette zone, and it's giving Keys some nice time to, actually get some saves off,
Yeah, he looks, I don't want to jinx it. He looks kind of bored out there in this
yeah, and
first
that's something
period,
we haven't
which is
seen.
what we want.
Yes.
Bloomsburg wins the face-off. Getting rough and rowdy there near the net. Big hit from behind, and that's going to be a penalty. It looks going to be a boarding call. That's going to be on Cardone.
Yeah, it's going to be Darren Cardone with the penalty for the Huskies.
So Lafayette, first game of the season. This will be the first time we see their power play this season. We'll see if the Huskies can start on the right foot on the penalty kill tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the first we're seeing of their power play, so we'll see how it goes.
Opening face-off here. And Lafayette won the face-off, but rolls right near center ice, so they'll have to reset. Inside. Waiting patiently. In the slot, couldn't get it. That was 24. 8. Chips it to 20. Stick is on the ground. Able to regroup. Lafayette still with possession. There's 2. 2, wrist shot, doesn't get on net. Another chance gets blocked. Lafayette still keeping possession here on this power play with 1:21 to go. 24 tried to get it, and chipped out was Zach Getz. Bloomsburg will go for a change. And so will the Leopards. Here comes 20. Good defense there by Weisgable. Stuck at center ice. Bloomsburg takes over. They might have numbers. Weisgable dangles in. Can't get it on net. Took a big shot behind the net. Kraolishi pinned. Loses his stick. Finally, the Leopards get it. Trying to get out of their zone. That pass picked off by Winters. Dangles around. Winters, they score! Trent Winters, the captain, his second of the year. Short-handed, 2-0.
What a play there by Trent Winters. Great awareness to make sure you were on sides there. I don't know if you noticed, he stopped for a second to make sure he wouldn't draw the offsides, and he worked it into the zone and got a nice shot off. And now the Huskies have a 2-0 lead with 14:01 left in this first period. This is what they needed. Corey, they haven't done this pretty much all year. This is what they need.
And the patience to kind of settle in there, get that snapshot ready and bury it. And again, he's been averaging about a point a game this season, and he keeps that pace up with a goal. So we're still in the middle half of this first period, early to middle half. 15 seconds left on the power play, and another Lafayette turnover. Dangling. Kraolishi. Weisgable just could not get his stick down. Penalties over, full strength, and it's back to 5-on-5. But now here come the Leopards inside. Number 4 passes it. Weisgable got a stick on it, and now they have numbers. And on a breakaway is Getz. Getz is in and just can't get it on net. Had the goaltender beat, and The Lafayette defender may have gotten a stick on it, but just a sliver to the left. And so Bloomsburg kind of patient here, trying to reset. Contardi dangles. Puck got ahead of him. Lafayette's going to go the other way. As Getz tried to dump it out. Cannot. Still in the zone. 20. We'll send it around. Bloomsburg takes over. And pass was intended there for Krakalishi, just wasn't looking, and now Lafayette quickly back in the Bloomsburg zone. 28 now. 28 to 4. 4. Shot from the point, deflected. Here's Winters. Chips it. That's over the head of Phillips. With 11:51 left in this opening period, a quick 2-0 start for the Huskies. Definitely what Coach Elkins wanted to see. Driving in is 20. Can't get anywhere. Good defense by the Huskies, and now the other way is Winters up the neutral zone. Dangling. Here's Phillips. Got bodied, loses the puck. Lafayette again trying to chip it. Bouncer, and now we might have a breakaway. 8, dangles! What a save by Keys! What a save. Flashes the left pad. And that goes wide. And it's going to go down the other way. Doesn't get down the end for icing, so play will continue. Both teams going for a change. And now Keys will cover up.
And
Jake,
wow,
what a save by Keys.
was,
I thought it was in at first.
I did too, and so did our music guy down here as well. I don't know if you heard little Kanye West started playing there. So, yeah, no, that was a beautiful save there by Keys. That was awesome. And like I said, you give him some time to relax a little bit, and he's not taking 40 shots a period. Look at the stuff that he can do. Because we've seen it this year. It's just he's had so many shots on goal this year. That's been the problem.
Face-off won by the Leopards. So far for Lafayette, they've gotten into the zone, but the Bloomsburg zone, but haven't had a lot of time of possession. They've been kind of just quick spurts in the Bloomsburg zone. Nice pass, good opportunity, but good stick by Lafayette. They immediately turn it back over, and they'll have to reset to avoid an offside. Spins it around, Krakalishi dumps it in. Number 8, can't get it out. Good skate there from Krakalishi, keeping it in the zone. And Getz tried to get the body, and now it might be a 2-on-1. 8, 20, and takes a shot, and a good save by Keys, and he'll cover up. Almost
Keys
a Johnny on
again.
the spot to 28.
Yeah, I know. That was almost a one-timer there. A little nice sit up there in front of the net, but Keys was right there for it. He's been playing really well.
First period flying by, 9:55 already left in the first, and if you're Bloomsburg, you know, we've said it a lot already, but a lot of positives, and you're helping your goaltender out at the same time.
Right, yeah, that's something that they really haven't done all year.
Face off that, off the glass. Was shot high and now a breakaway coming up in, and that goes wide. That was Weisgable with the chance. Another opportunity, dangles. Leopards got a stick on it. And now Lafayette quick in the neutral zone. Nice move, but just better defense. They get it right back. 16. Down low to 24. And that's picked off. And with speed, here's Wolsifer. Wolsifer lost it there. Nathan Wolsiffer, 2-point night last game, a goal and assist. And he's been busy. He's had a lot of minutes so far in this first period. Now Lafayette again in their own zone, a slow bump off the boards, and they enter Bloomsburg zone as that shot goes wide. Trying to keep it in. As Bender got bumped off, Leopards regained control. And a big shot taken there by Bender. And we're going to have an interference call coming up. So Bloomsburg, for the first time tonight, will be on the power play. It's going to be on number 20 of Lafayette, and going to be an interference call.
Yeah, I was going to say, now we get to see the Huskies power play unit, who has been actually kind of solid this year. A couple of times that they've been on the power play this season, even being down in games, that's where a lot of their goals have come from, on those opportunities. So let's see if they can do it here and build this lead up with 8:22 to go in the first.
Face-off won by Lafayette, and they'll immediately clear it down, start to kill some time on that penalty. So here come the Huskies. Let's see what they can do on this, their first power play opportunity tonight. Krakalisi. Here's Weisgable now. Tried to clear it, couldn't get it out. Bloomsburg keeps it in. Here's Getz to Krakalisi. To Weisgable, wrister, and that's blocked. And the Leopards will clear it. With 1:20 left on this power play. And quick entering the zone as winners. Got a goal tonight. Shot off the iron. Had a chance for a second. Kragalisi opportunity, that's taken away. And now Lafayette a chance for a breakaway with speed. Trying to get back there off the post. Number 8 gets his own miss. Diving Krakalisi. And Bloomsburg dodges a bullet.
Very, very close opportunity there.
They could have had their own shorthanded goal tonight. Here's Weisgable, trickles in, they score. Gavin Weisgable, number 14 on the year.
That's
power play goal.
And a power play goal too. That's impressive numbers. That's just incredible. 14 goals already at this point in the year. That's something you just don't look at and be like, oh, okay, that's elite numbers right there.
And you know what, Jake? The 3 guys we were looking out for all have points tonight, all goals, all 3 goals.
The top 3 guys that we mentioned all have scored tonight. How about that?
Yeah, face-off won by the Huskies again, and they have just been in control in this first period. Much better, especially those last 2 games they've dropped. Wanted to start on the right foot, and they have. With 6:37 left in this opening frame. Sends it down the ice, and that's going to be icing.
So yeah, this is like I said, the Huskies have not done this year. They haven't had a start like this. So this is something that they 100% needed. Even that game they beat American 13-4. They were down 2-0 at the beginning of the game. So this is something that they haven't done all year, and they're finally doing it, getting a nice hot start like this.
Face-off this time won by Lafayette. Going the other way, number 27, 18 calling for the pass, doesn't get it. Gonna do it himself. Inside, loose, Keys, and he'll cover it up.
Another nice save there by Keys. Playing a great game so far, and the Huskies defense is definitely helping him out. That was another one of my keys. The defense has to help the goaltender out, and they are doing that right now.
And the only thing I will say about Lafayette, I mean, they've had chances few and far between, but a lot of the few successful chances have been really in Keys' house pretty much, like in his interior. Other than that, they've been quick zone entries, and that's about it. So credit to the Bloomsburg defense, that sticked away by Keys. But Lafayette keeps it in the zone. Number 20 now in the slot. Rister, they score. Top shelf.
That was a nice shot there by the Leopards. You know, obviously great game so far from Keys, but that's a hard one to stop. Top shelf there, like you said, and yeah, Lafayette gets themselves on the board.
And if you're Lafayette, a much needed goal, as they have been outplayed in this first period. But for Bloomsburg, just got to reset, settle back down. If you're Lafayette, just
try to keep it going.
Keep it going. You got one goal. It's time to add more. But face off with 5:55 left in this first 3-1 game. And Contardi takes it, sends it around the boards. Lafayette takes it. Here's center ice, excuse me. Weisgable had a stick on it, but they still were able to get it in the Bloomsburg zone. Weisgable could not get the pass out. Number 20. Dangles, gets around 2 Bloomsburg guys. Looks to shoot, doesn't. Pass, nobody there. Nice hit there from Weisgable. Lafayette still keeping it in the zone, and now there's a chip pass to Weisgable. Gets trying to get on side, and that's paddled away by the goalie. It's bouncing. Another shot, and that's blocked. And now gets it center ice. Sends it around, Krakalisi. Patient, Weisgable, one-timer, they score. Zach gets his second of the night.
And that was just right there for him. I mean, he had the goalie kind of on the complete other side there, and Getz was right there for it, wide open, and that was a very, very wide open shot. If you saw that, that was right there.
And you could say that was an open house. Someone was having an open house because he just had easy access to that goal.
He did. I mean, the goalie was literally on the complete other side of the net, and Zach Getz was right there, undefended there, and he got that one in.
Face-off won by the Leopards, and what a start for the Huskies. 4-1 game, 4:37 left in the first. Lafayette hoping to tighten up their defense, and what a glove save by Keys, flashing the leather there.
So he, like I said, besides that one goal that he just let in, he's been playing pretty good. And again, I'm going to keep saying it. It's the amount of shots have gone down in the last couple games for him, so the workload isn't as much, and it's helping him out a lot.
In the slot, another chance, that goes wide. And they battle for it near the boards. Sends it the other way, 27 couldn't get it, and it's going to go off the netting, and play will stop.
So yeah, some of the things that I'm seeing right now from Lafayette is they haven't really been able to, capitalize on those opportunities, obviously. But Bloomsburg has really had control defensively as well. They've been forcing a ton of turnovers.
Bloomsburg wins the face-off. Getz will fly ball it, and it's going to be an icing.
Don't know what the strat was there, but kind of shot that one up. I thought I was going to hit one of the red trusses up here. That happens quite a bit here at the Toyota Sportsplex.
Oh, yeah.
We got a low ceiling here. These red trusses, as I like to call them, they get in the way sometimes.
And face-off. And it is won by the Leopards, but immediately taken by Bloomsburg and then brought back by Lafayette. Number 24, pass, no one there. 11 regains his position. Getz tried to chip it around the defender, doesn't. One backhand, what a save by Keys. Meant to say wraparound.
What another just great save by Keys, man. He's getting a lot of good ones today.
Again, almost like Marc-Andre Fleury low in the butterfly.
Something went flying there. It's top of a stick. And
Jeez, I thought something went in the stands for a second. Someone got a souvenir, but went back on the ice.
Yeah, and we will have a penalty here on the
we
Huskies. That will be Benedito Kakalishi in the box.
Yeah.
And
so Bloomsburg's going to be back on the penalty kill. Kakalishi's stick was
demolished.
sawed in half. They threw it over the boards.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what we saw flying there, was that top of the stick there.
So we'll see what the Huskies can do. They killed the first penalty. Kind of wraps it around. Number 2. Patient at the zone. Top of the zone. To 20. Off the skate. Couldn't get a sticker to have a chance to shoot it. And they'll send it around and clear it. Those gets. 2:50 left in this first. With 1:21 left on this Lafayette power play. Circles around. 20. That's a good save from Keys. It's still bouncing. 24 went into the butterfly to keep it in the zone. Goes over the stick of Contardi. Still behind the net. Number 2 to 4. 4, good block. Going the other way is Getz. He's looking for the hat trick. Getz dangles and scores. Top shelf. And there's your hat trick.
There's the hat trick for Zach Getz. Already in this first period. How about that, Corey?
That is the second shorthanded goal tonight for Bloomsburg. And it's 5-1.
And I think we're pretty spot on about, about the guys that you don't want to have the puck in front of the net. I mean, Getz already has a hat trick. I mean, wow.
I think he's trying to best Weisgable. Maybe
Yeah,
get
right.
a triple hat trick.
I was going to say, Weisgable had a double hat trick and one at the beginning of the month in the one game they had. So see if Getz is trying to get on his level there.
And face-off goes other way into Lafayette's zone. And man, just when Lafayette got a goal, Bloomsburg gets right back on the board. And they do it shorthanded again, as we just said. And now patiently here in center ice are the Leopards. 18, that pass chipped by Wolsifer. Can't get it out as winners. Pass, and they score. Number 16 of Lafayette, power play goal.
That was
and
a
it's
nice
back
shot.
to a 3-score game.
Yeah, this is a barn burner already. I mean, this was that was a nice goal as well. That was a nice, another top shelf goal hit right off the Gatorade bottle up there. I don't know if you saw, but yeah, Lafayette got themselves another nice opportunity on a power play there to cut the deficit to 3.
Well, 141, 5-2 game. And all of a sudden, Lafayette's just been able to start finding the back of the net. And 4 takes a big fall on the ice. There's Getz, or Winners rather. Number 2. And some tight defense there from Bandix. And it's going to be icing. 1:11 to go here in the first. And Jake, like we were saying, it seemed like it was all Bloomsburg, and then all of a sudden, Bloomsburg still has the advantage, but Lafayette might be kind of starting to exploit the defense just a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't think it's much of an alarm yet, but they're chipping away a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're taking advantage of their opportunities a little bit more than they were at the start.
Here's Winners. 1 minute to play here in the first period. Here at the Toyota Sportsplex. And nice stick there from the Lafayette skater. Now here comes number 8 for the Leopards. Gets a nice move inside. Fakes, wraparound, but doesn't shoot. One-timer. It's 27.
Nice block there by Cordone.
Cordon with good defense. It's another pass. 4. That's sticked away by Keys. Trying to get it out. Fighting for it, and they do. Here's Cardone. Trying to stick handle. Loses it. Lafayette has time for one more rush. 13 seconds. Wrister, that's over the net. 27 and Weisgable were fighting. 4 seconds. Dumps it in, and that will end the first period. As the Huskies lead the Leopards 5-2.
I mean, wow. Haven't seen a start like this from them this year, like I've been saying. But, yeah, Lafayette, though, they did take some opportunities there on the power play, obviously, and then both shots, both goals that they had were in the same area of the net, too. I don't know if you noticed that. So, yeah. But, yeah, this is a very honestly a pretty competitive game, even though it's a 5-2 game. I think these teams are a little more evenly matched than the Huskies have had the last few games. And, yeah, we'll get right back to it in a little bit. We're going to hear from our sponsors and everyone else that has advertisements here on TJ Productions. And me and Corey will be right back to talk about the first period.
Serpentatics Hockey is the proud wax sponsor of the Bloomsburg University ice hockey team. Serpentatics Hockey provides wax products and goalie and player training sessions in the New York and New Jersey area. They are proudly sponsoring many different clubs this year, including the FPHL's Binghamton Black Bears, the Northern Michigan Warhounds, Tennessee Women's Ice Hockey, and your Bloomsburg Huskies. Follow them on Instagram at Serpentatics Hockey.
Find yourself at Bloomsburg University. We offer more than 50 majors, 40 minors, and 20 graduate programs to help our students grow personally and professionally. And with more than 200 student organizations, there's a place for everyone. Located at the intersection of excellence and affordability, Bloomsburg puts you on the path to an exciting career with a bright future. Bloomsburg University, a great place to be you. Learn more at bloomu.edu.
Jake Mills from PAFootballNews.com and TJ Productions, and we're proud to serve the Wallen-Paw-Pack Buckhorns and all of District 2.
At PAFootballNews.com, we've got you covered. If you're looking for the best coverage of high school football in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, check out PAFootballNews.com. From schedules to rankings, game coverage to Friday night scoreboard, live streams, and more, PA Football News is the one-stop shop for everything high school football in Pennsylvania. Follow us on Twitter at PA Football News and visit us at PAFootballNews.com. We got you covered.
Live streaming can be tricky, and sometimes trying to find the right software to make your streams look really professional can be a real chore. The thing I like about StreamYard is that the user interface is really simple to understand and can give you a professional look without a whole lot of trying to figure out what you're supposed to be doing next.
TJ Productions, providing the best in sports.
Howdy folks, it's EJ Samuel from PAFootballNews.com, and we are proud to serve the Pocono Mountain East Cardinals and all of District 11.
At Wilkes, we know you're ready to find your future. This is a haven for whatever you find interesting, for those willing to work hard for whatever comes next. For anyone searching for an incredible campus experience both in and out of the classroom. It all starts with one simple question. What do you want to do? At Wilkes, you will. Be part of a university you'll love. For more information, visit wilkes.edu.
I'm Nick Nimmin, and I'm a StreamYard user. For the last 6 years, I've been live streaming consistently to YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else on the internet that would have me. And during that time, I've had the opportunity to use pretty much all the live streaming software that's available. Once I discovered StreamYard and found how easy it is, I was sold right out of the gate.
This is Jared Samuel from PAFootballNews.com. We are proud to serve the Wyoming area Warriors and all of District 2.
See what Ms. LaGuardia has to offer. Come check out the new Henry Science Center. Take a break at Arches between classes.
Or join us for special events. Come try one of our 26 D3 stores. You could live here.
Or here.
Or here.
You can't go good without us.
PAFootballNews.com and CWTAP. Tap into the state. PAFootballNews.com and CWTAP presents their weekly highlight show, bringing you, the viewers and fans, the best of the weekend's high school and college football action and interviews from all over the state of Pennsylvania. And introducing The View from the Sidelines, where you, the fans, can send in clips of your favorite team or athletes. Simply email your links or clips to Billy@PAFootballNews.com with the subject line, The View, by Sunday morning, and we'll try and present them on the program. PAFootballNews.com and CWTAP Tap into the State. Our weekly highlight show every Tuesday at 9 on CWTAP and the next morning streaming on PFN. We got you covered.
And welcome, first period intermission report here at the Toyota Sportsplex. Bloomsburg leading Lafayette 5-2 on the back of 3 Zach Getz goals. And also for Lafayette, a shorthanded goal. They also had another goal on the power play. Jake, what did you like in that first period?
So from the Bloomsburg Huskies is getting the start that they've had. I mean, they haven't had that all year. I mean, even in the games they won, they were always down at the start. They never really struck first. You know what I mean? So getting a start like that definitely, got the juices going, and they look good. Like defensively, they look a lot better than they have, which is helping Tyler Keys a lot because it's allowing him to kind of relax a little bit. I mean, he took 42 shots in one period last week. He took in that first period. That's a lot. Right. So when you don't allow that to happen, your goaltender can kind of relax a little bit, and he can make saves like we just saw. He had that beautiful one where he like dove across. Man, that was a really nice save, and that's. The 2 goaltenders, even Paulus, he makes saves like that too when he's in the game. So, but they have great goaltenders. It's just defensively they've struggled all year, and they've put so much tack on the goalies to where they're taking 40 shots, 30 shots a period, and it's like after a while, a couple of those are going to go in, But yeah, Bloomsburg is, and defensively, like I said, that's setting up the offense. Zach Getz is a hat trick already. He had a very nice goal. Lafayette, a little defensive, mistake. The goalie was literally shifted to the complete other side of the net, and Zach Getz was there untouched, and he, tapped that one right in. So, Lafayette, they capitalize on the power play. They have 2 goals, but defensively, they need to, not let Bloomsburg get so many opportunities because they are. They're not really able to, and that's a tribute to the Bloomsburg defense. They're creating the turnovers. Usually it's them committing the turnovers. It's the opposite. They are playing great defense right now. They're not letting Lafayette do much. So Lafayette just needs more time in their zone to get some shots off, and that's been their issue, I think.
Exactly. And to go back to your point, I was saying that during the first period, Lafayette when they get zone time, it's maybe about 30 to 40 seconds and then or less, and then that's it. And the only positive opportunities really is in Keys' crease, like some of those really real tight opportunities, which Keys has been great in net. But yeah, for Bloomsburg, I think don't take your foot off the gas. I mean, to play a team that hasn't played a game yet, so far the scouting report has worked. Their offense looks great. Defense, don't even let the door creak open. Just stay solid like they were like the first 10, 15 minutes.
Definitely.
But other than that, a very good first period for Bloomsburg. And again, if you're just joining us, it's the intermission report. Bloomsburg leading Lafayette 5-2. what do you want to see from both teams in the second period?
So let's start with Lafayette. We'll start with our guest. I think Lafayette needs to, like I said, up the time of possession. They need to, stop turning the puck over and kind of take a little more control offensively because the opportunities are there. I mean, they put 2 in the back of the net and then they took advantage of the power play, but, they haven't had as much time of possession as Bloomsburg has. So I think for them, they need to hold on to the puck and create even more opportunities because the ones that they are capitalizing for the most part, but they need to create even more opportunities, and then it will open up the goal scoring for them a little bit. And then defensively as well, they're struggling to kind of stop Bloomsburg. Like they'll get a poke check, they'll get it out, but Bloomsburg's right there for it. Lots of speed on this Huskies team as well. Trent Winters, always flying down the ice. Remember, I told you at the beginning of the game, the stat sheet for him may not be the prettiest, but you see him out there. He's flying down the ice. He's getting poke checks. He's hitting guys along the board. He's setting up, plays for guys like Getz and Weisgable and Wolsifer. So, yeah, and then for Bloomsburg, just don't take, like you said, don't take the foot off the gas. Just keep going with it. You know what I mean? Just keep getting shots off. Keep getting yourself in those spots where you can score like that because they really haven't been in this position at all this year for the most part.
Yeah. Stats, a big stat we definitely want to look at after that first period. Again, 1 for 2 on the power play. Lafayette, Bloomsburg 1 for 1. Also 2 shorthanded goals for Bloomsburg. Lafayette has 1. Those shorthanded goals are like a coach's worst nightmare. And if you're Lafayette, first game of the year, you've given up 5 and half of them are shorthanded. He's probably reaming them out in that locker room and definitely want to tighten up in that second period.
Yeah, this is, that's definitely something you don't want. Like you said, a coach's nightmare, shorthanded shots and goals there. And Bloomsburg has a lot of them. A lot of their goals have come off that. And again, that's, like I said, defensive mistakes from Lafayette, leaving guys like, wide open in front of the net. Like I keep going back to that Zach Getz goal where he was literally untouched right in front of the net.
Wide open.
Wide open. And their goalie was on the complete other side of the net. That stuff you can't have happen. You know what I mean? So if you can clean those up, this might be a little bit of a tighter game.
And also for Keystone, too, they got to shut down, Lafayette. Listen, I've done a lot of college sports, so sometimes.
I was gonna say, Corey, we haven't really introduced you that much. Yeah, give us a little background of yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Corey Ayub. I just graduated from Marywood University. I did a lot of play-by-play color commentary, did a little bit of sideline for Marywood University sports for the Pacers. I did men's and women's basketball, a little bit of baseball and softball, even man camera a few times. But yeah, my bread and butter, I mean, the dream has always been doing play-by-play and being in the booth and that, but really had the opportunity to do a little bit of everything. And I was even a part of Marywood's Emmy-nominated basketball broadcast, too. I was going to say, you guys
were nominated for that, I remember.
That's correct, yeah.
I do remember that, yes. That's a big accomplishment, a great staff they have up there, a great group of students involved in that program.
Yes. Oh, yeah, and just a great experience. And for any broadcasters out there, like, take every opportunity. I mean, right now I'm doing club hockey. We're literally on a lift right now, getting the best view of this game, and you make it work, like, and you get those reps.
I get that. I mean, if you guys have watched the channel, we just do. This is like the first time we're doing a sports broadcast, and I've really found my way on this channel of being, more of a sports type channel. Because like for a while, I kind of just posted everything when I was a little bit younger, and then I, went through I'm in college right now, and I went through everything, and I realized the direction of this channel. And now, I got this opportunity to do the Bloomsburg home games, and, I have an iPhone set up on a tripod, my MacBook here, a couple wires, an audio splitter that was $9 on Amazon with just wires. There's no volume control or anything, and we're making it work.
Oh, absolutely. And, but yeah, just doing basketball, doing softball compared to like hockey, like every sport is just so different. And hockey's been my love for day one. So like getting to do it, like this being my first game, like is just absolute honor. Like it's wonderful.
We're glad to have you on. You're doing a fantastic job so far.
I appreciate it. Yeah. And, we would love to talk about ourselves, for the hours, but Bloomsburg is just back on the ice now. It seems like the second period will be starting in just a couple minutes. Like we were saying, defense looked really good in that first period. Always some things to improve on. Obviously, want to limit the penalties, which they only had 2, but still you don't want to, like you said, get excited, get too hot, and get carried away. Exactly.
Yep.
So, and again, defense looked good the first half of that first period. I think they kind of let the door open a little bit, so they definitely want to tighten up. But yeah, we will see what happens in the second period as Lafayette taking the ice. And for a team that, again, first game of the year, probably they're definitely 10 or 15 minutes of a period they'd want to have back. But they made up for it late with those 2 goals, one of them on the power play, one shorthanded. So they're not out of this game yet, but like we were just saying a little bit ago, their coach definitely talking about some of the negatives that they had, like giving up those 2 shorthanded goals, letting Zach Getz just walk right in there already with a hat trick. Yeah, a lot of improvements for Lafayette.
There's also some positives too for
But
Lafayette.
a lot of positives, yes. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, you get 2 goals, right? And take advantage of your power play opportunity, and you get 1 up as well. And Lafayette, like I said, they're giving up. It's a lot of defensive mistakes that we're seeing from them, but there's definitely some positives there.
Well, our sound team just buzzed the horn, so I'm assuming just waiting for the officials to come back out, as you can't have a hockey game without officials.
And here they come. The one time, I don't know if you viewers remember, but the referees took a couple minutes extra to come out of the locker room. We kept having to hit the buzzer here at the Toyota Sportsplex, and I'm happy to see these refs made it out on time.
And you know what? Timely enough, it's kind of reminds me, situation like that reminds me of Shohei Ohtani last night, taking his time to, or not last night, Game 6 when he was pitching, taking the time to get back. Or actually, it was Game 7, yes.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I'm a Blue Jays fan, so that was a very tough, sad game, sad finish. So I'm already trying to forget about that game. But
I'm a Yankees fan. I wanted Toronto to win. I don't like the Dodgers at all. Sorry to say, I really don't. I would have rather seen, a division, not really a rival, because I kind of like the Blue Jays. I'll root for them, you know what I mean? I have a Bo Bichette jersey, by the way. So, I root for them in a sense, even though they're a division rival. But, yeah, disappointing.
Yeah, and just how those last 2 games ended for Toronto too was tough. But anyway, we're back to some hockey action, as we'll see how this second period unfolds. It's 5-2 game.
And here we are at center ice for the beginning of our second period.
And we're underway here at the Toyota Sportsplex. Lafayette wins the face-off, and they're already in Bloomsburg zone. And here comes Winters, got a goal tonight. And he's been disciplined. He's got 20 penalty minutes this season. He has not been in the box tonight, which is a good thing. Bloomsburg 5-2 lead. Here's Wolseffer. Gets a bump, loses possession. As Weisgable on the ice had a goal, adding to a monstrous season point-wise. And here come the Huskies. Little saucer pass. Gets patient. Weisgable. Shot. May have gone off the goaltender. Down low. Gets. Sends it around, but number 4 for Lafayette was right there, and they get it back. Playing near the bar as the goaltender keeps it out. And now Lafayette going the other way. Tried to chip it to 4. And here come Bloomsburg. Bandix. Good defense there by 27. And Bandix gets it. Almost had it right back. And now Bloomsburg again. Center ice. With speed is Winters. Winters tries to force a pass. Good defense. Sends it down the other end. Can't get a stick on it. Rolls right to Keys. bumps it away. As fresh skaters on the ice for Lafayette. Bandix leaves it for Krakalishi, but then Lafayette's going the other way. Could be a breakaway, 24-20, trying to tip it. Doesn't get anything there. Loose inside and a big shot taken. Lafayette patient, keeping possession. 20, that's off a stick, not on net. Still bouncing, goes the other side. Now Lafayette playing a little keep away. This is their first kind of long possession in Bloomsburg's zone all game, really. Here's Winters. The other way, it's going to be a breakaway. Weisgable chips it and has an easy one, puts it up and in, and they score. Second of the game, Gavin Weisgable. And they jump out early, 6-2.
Wow. What an opportunity there from Weisgable, man. He got the deflection and put it right back in the net. Goalie was not ready for that one, but Weisgable sure was. And now the Huskies have themselves a 6-2 lead.
Weisgable second of the night, 15th on the year.
Incredible. Incredible.
Last year he had 23, and he's already at 15.
He's
still a lot of games left.
Already on pace to probably beat that.
A face-off, and it is won by Lafayette. From what I've been observing, seems like the face-off wins have been kind of even, maybe a slight advantage to Bloomsburg, but man, Bloomsburg's offense been cooking up.
They absolutely have, yeah. But the face-offs have been pretty even for the most part. I'd say that's one stat that's pretty close.
By number 2, now in the neutral zone. Gets, puts it on net, a bouncer and a save by the goaltender. Lafayette trying to get it out. They do, but Bloomsburg just keeping it at center ice. Weisgable, nice little shovel pass. Try to get it to Wolfsiffer. Lost control of it. Shot and right into the gut of Keys, and he'll cover up.
Another nice save there by Tyler Keys, man. He's, like I said, you limit the amount of shots, and there you go. But I am noticing something. Lafayette is already, I think they already are getting a lot more shots in this period than they did in the last.
Face-off won by Lafayette. 11 with the shot. May have gotten deflected, but a save by Keys. Behind the net, sets it up in the slot, doesn't get it. Battling for it along the wall was Weisgable as Wolfsiffer joins him. Here's West. It's the first time I've called his name tonight. And Bloomsburg takes over. Pass, gets around, back to Weisgable. Weisgable, little saucer pass to Getz, and makes the save, covering up. 15:41 left in the second period.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're seeing this, but like I just said, I think Lafayette is getting a lot more shots on goal in this second period. It's a little more evenly matched than it was in the first. I think Lafayette's getting some more opportunities, even more.
Definitely winning the battle at the face-off circles. They win another face-off. 27. Tried to pass, but may have lost control when he was releasing, but gets it back after Cardone lost it. 27. Tried to pass it, but picked off. Here come the Huskies, and there's that speed, Jake, you were talking about. Here's Winters. Dangles, just got bumped off. Here's Bandix now, joining in on the party. Bandix. They scrapple for it, but Lafayette gets out. Tiptoeing with the puck was 28, lost it and gets it back. As Winters loses a stick, regains control as Bloomsburg had an opportunity to regain control. Now it's a 3-on-2, 28-27 had it but lost his edge. Dumps it down, and that will be icing. Kind of a roller coaster of possession for both teams. Bodies on the floor.
I'm gonna say a lot of bodies on the floor, and also right here at the blue line, there was a lot of back and forth there for a couple seconds.
Face-off again, won by Lafayette. That's 3 in a row. If that shot hits a body, doesn't make it on net. Number 4, a chance. That hits off a Bloomsburg body off the top of the net and almost went in.
Oh my goodness. What a bounce for that puck.
Crazy carom. And now it's going to be a 2-on-1, 24. And another save and covered by Keys. And he's had a lot more action, like you said, in the second period, but making it look easy.
I was going to say, I mean, despite that, he's still playing pretty good, despite Lafayette in this period.
And see, Keys playing a lot of butterfly this second period. Seems like Lafayette's been trying to shoot a little lower. Maybe they got to go back to shooting glove side. They roofed that one goal they had. And Lafayette now another face-off win. Weisgable over committed. It's in the crease and it rolls out. Another close call.
God.
Still keeps it in. Another pass that's picked off. Still can't get out, and finally they do, and it's a 2-on-1 the other way. Weisgable. That's blocked by 4. Another block by 4. And takes down Weisgable in the process. That's some scrappy defense there by Lafayette. Do not want to give up any more.
No.
Good stick there by Getz. And they'll just clear it. Krakalishi playing physical defense on that before they dumped it. But again, Lafayette having much more time of possession in this second period as they turn it over. Calling for it is Weisgable, but lost it. And lost his edge, was 27 at center ice, but here comes 20 for Lafayette. Lafayette, 20, dangles, couldn't get a shot on net. That was good defense, sends it down the other way, and it's going to be another icing.
And I don't know if you guys can hear on the broadcast, but me and Corey definitely can. The Lafayette bench is juiced right now. And also, I kind of noticed in the first period there wasn't as much energy on that bench. I even noticed some line changes. Some guys weren't ready. They weren't ready to go out on the ice. They had their gloves off, and they just didn't seem like they were really put together. Now they have a little bit of juice, and they're playing better. So I think that's also a contributing factor. They're getting fired up over there.
It almost seemed like the energy was sucked out of the bench when they were down by 4, or down 5-1. And then they cut into the deficit, and then obviously they gave up that goal. But again, they've been winning face-offs. Time of possession definitely in their favor in this second period. And they keep it in the zone. Shovels that one out, goes off the glove of 4, and again, while it goes down the other way, the other end of the ice, Lafayette still with possession. Fresh bodies coming on. So you see Emily Phillips is one of the players on the floor, got a stick on it. That one goes wide. Bouncer near the side. Keys didn't know where it was, and then gets his bearings. Number 8 shot deflected, not on net. Another chance goes wide. Looked for anybody down there. Nobody was there. It's good defense by Phillips. Tried to get a stick lift. It's still bouncing. Here's Winters. Tries to get it out, and they do. But again, if you're Bloomsburg, they have been on the bad end of a little game of keep away. Dangles, and a good save by Keys. And there it is, and they score. And after all those chances, number 20 makes it a 6-3 game.
Wow. That was a wild series of events there. I mean, back and forth, but eventually Lafayette capitalized on that. Wow. That was a crazy chain of events there. Wow.
And if you're Bloomsburg, Lafayette has been dominating the time of possession in the second period. And it's tough when you're taking those long shifts. You got guys tired on the ice, and Keys made some great saves, but if you're Lafayette, finally get a bounce to go your way, and it's just a 3-score game. Here comes Bloomsburg, and they turn it over. As Coach Elkins getting a little vocal on the bench. And might be icing again, and it is going to be with 11:04 now left in the second period.
Yeah, I was going to say, Coach was, they lost possession of the puck there, almost gave up a big opportunity for Lafayette, but thankfully the defense got right back in there and fixed that, prevented anything bad from happening.
Fortunately, might be falling back into some old habits, which you do not want to see after a great first period defensively. There's a kick save, rebound just over the net, but a good effort by Keys anyway to sprawl. They get it out of the zone, but again, no Bloomsburg skaters there to pick it up. And Lafayette, again, back in possession. That pass, little head, goes off the ceiling, and there's those red beams you were talking about. The play is dead.
Finally happened. It happens at least once a game, Corey.
That was my dream. It was on my bucket list to see the puck hit.
Off the
you want to call it the rafters or whatever you want to call it, the beams.
It did. There you go.
So another face-off in the zone. Bloomsburg zone, as that shot went wide. And here's Lafayette, number 4. Gets it to 24, but a little long in the pass, and then they dump it back in. Here comes Bloomsburg, man. They got that one goal early in the first at the 3-minute mark of the first, and nothing's really happened as another icing.
Yeah, I was going to say, and I think that's a contribution to Lafayette. Just, like I said, it's a revamped energy that they have right now, and they've controlled the puck for the most part in the second period. They've lots and lots of shots. Bloomsburg really hasn't been able to hold on to the puck here in the second period like they did in the first.
Face off here, and won again by Lafayette. And actually tried to clear it out and goes into the Lafayette bench.
Oh man, but yeah, another like you said, another face-off they won too. That's another thing I didn't mention. Lafayette is keep winning the face-off, so that's also hurting Bloomsburg as well.
It's going to keep their time opportunities to have time in the zone, and they win another one. Levin had it, goes off his skate, and going to lose possession. Pass off the end boards. Here's Weisgable now, dangling. What a move. Has a chance, and net's going to go off his moorings. Weisgable a little aggressive.
Yeah.
That's what you like to see.
I was going to say, yeah, dislodges the net on his way into there, but yeah. Some aggressive play there from Gavin Weisgable.
And you want plays like that to kind of rejuvenate the energy on this Bloomsburg bench, because we're right near both benches, and you can just hear the frustration and also just really a lot of negativity. Like the energy, yeah.
Yes.
Negativity and the energy's been kind of gone. And another face-off win by the Leopards. Shot at the point, tried to get a deflection, was Getz and missed it. And the Leopards go the other way with a burst of speed, number 28, but a good stick by West. There's chop. Weisgable couldn't get it. Number 4 to number 11. Little touch pass to 8 from 18. 28. No look past the 4. Wrist shot off, may have gone off the iron. It's either the iron or the glass. It was hard to hear. 28, there's the pass inside and a save. Another chance. 4, another chance. Goes off a stick. It's still loose, and now Keys will cover up with 8:44 left in the second.
Again, they're getting a lot more shots off. That, is something, like I said, in previous games. Why have they gotten down so much is because of, not giving Keys enough time to really relax, and I'm kind of starting to see that right now, which is not something you want when you have a lead like this. And Lafayette, they got the energy, and they can crawl themselves back into this game pretty easily.
Lafayette wins another faceoff. Wrist shot, had a chance, just could not get the rebound. Boy, oh boy, another close chance for Lafayette. A 16 at a wide open rebound and just could not get his stick set. Lost it, and now Bloomsburg has a chance to take over in the zone. In their zone, and couldn't get it. Number 2. Now 24, a nice stretch pass, just couldn't get possession. Sends it around the boards is Krakalishi. 16 had it, and
looks like we will have a penalty here on, wait for the official call here from the referee.
It's going to be interference on number 20.
So
It's
now we get
time.
to see the Husky power play again and see if they can capitalize on that once again.
This would be big. They're 1 for 1 on the double P today. Huge opportunity because it seems like the offense and the energy has been sucked out really since the
It's like a
3-minute mark.
transition. It's like it went across. You know what I mean? Lafayette took the energy
Yeah.
from Bloomsburg.
Yes.
Completely different.
Yeah, and really since that goal, the first 3 minutes, that was it.
Yeah.
17 minutes left in the period on. There just hasn't been a lot much for Bloomsburg, and credit to their goaltender. I mean, Tyler Keys has been stellar in net.
Yes.
He has had to make some tough saves. And a very defensive game in this period, too. Just 1 goal for each. It's been back and forth, but still the needle's leaning a lot heavier to Lafayette.
Definitely,
with the advantage
yes.
right now. But 1 goal changes everything, so we'll see what they can do on this power play, and they do win the faceoff. Patient. Inside to Getz. To Weisgable. Krakalishi. Bouncing and a good save. Had another chance in the slot. Didn't get it. Wolsifer. Krakalishi. Sean, that's off the side of the net. Winners. Down low, passes, wrister, it goes off of a skate. Keeps it in, another chance. Blocked again by Lafayette. And Bloomsburg keeping it in their zone. Krakalishi dangles, tried to kick it out down low, couldn't get it. There's a bounce. Weisgable shot blocked. Bouncing puck again. One-timer and a good save by the goaltender. Weisgable fighting for it. No Bloomsburg skaters there, and Lafayette chips it, still can't get it out. Slap shot goes off of a body and wide. Number 4 has it. Sends it around, and finally they clear it with 43 seconds left on the PK. What a opportunity for Bloomsburg.
Great defense by Lafayette, though. Great defense. They really got in there.
Put their bodies on the line.
Yes.
Lafayette makes a change, but good game. Dangle from Weisgable. Wrister, there's a good chest save by the goaltender. And that's going to go off the netting and out of play. 6:34 with 24 seconds left on this power play. So far, a good power play for Bloomsburg, just better defense by Lafayette.
Yes, yeah. I mean, they've kept it in the zone for the most part. It took them, a long time to kill it, but the defense for Lafayette has just been playing stellar right now.
Bloomsburg won the faceoff. Nobody's there. Going to roll down the other end. Keys is going to come out. Almost turns it over. 8 dangles, tries to get back. So a fortunate break for Bloomsburg. That could have been dangerous.
That could have been really, really bad.
Kicks it to himself as Wolsifer, and that power play is over. So, wow. At Bloomsburg, they capitalize on their first. Lafayette shuts the door on that second. Picks it up with his hand. Weisgable. Now Lafayette gets control. There's the pass to 8 and a 2-on-1. 24. Good defense. Kicks it back out, and 8 wasn't there. as Winters played some great defense to disrupt that 2-on-1. Weisgable. Shot. It's a kick save. Lafayette patiently bouncing off the boards as Krakolishi almost lost his 27 getting off the bench, lost his edge twice, and now here's Weisgable in. Good defense. That's loose. Has a chance to bury that, but good defense again by Lafayette. 16 slips.
Emily Phillips almost got that one in there.
Had a great opportunity, and they're going to send it down, and that will be icing with 4:57 to go. Wow, very
almost,
exciting second period.
Yeah, almost a bad situation there for Lafayette, though. You leave the puck, pretty much wide open in front of the goal, and, Emily Phillips was right there for it. She just couldn't get the shot off, but that could have been, a big opportunity for Bloomsburg. There's no one there, and that puck was wide open.
As Emily, the new addition, no goals, but 3 apples on the year, 3 points. She's been a good addition. Here comes Lafayette. 27, had a chance in the slot. The defense just catches up. That goes off of Contardi's stick, out of play. As they will need a new puck.
Yes.
Right in the little cooler bag.
I was going to say, well, look in here. Look at that. They have their own
good
little
shot
cooler there full of pucks. How about that?
And I was really hoping tonight that a puck would get on the lift tonight. You never know.
Don't. There's that net we get. That means we get hit.
If it's a soft shovel. Here comes Lafayette. That is sticked away and out of play by Keys.
Out of sight from the rink. Went over back in the Zamboni garage back there.
At 4:27.
Don't know if we would want a puck to come up here. We got some high-tech equipment and high-tech people. We don't want to get any injuries here.
Face-off won by Lafayette. Here's 20. That's off the stick of Cardone. Good defense. As Lafayette will clear. Had a player there to receive that dump in, as tried to pass it to 28 was 2, and no one was there. Trying to get a shot on net. Goes the other end of the way. Good stick by Cardone. And looks like offside. And yes, it was.
Yes.
So gonna have to stop play.
And yeah, I mean, I am seeing a little bit of a slowdown right now from the Leopards. They had a lot of juice at the beginning of this period, but I think Bloomsburg has kind of found their mojo a little bit again.
Lafayette wins the faceoff. Number 11 had it and lost it. Dumps it in, but good stick by 4 to knock it down, and actually played it with a high stick.
Yeah, that was a good effort on the play, but ultimately going to draw the penalty. Oh. It appears not.
Yeah, I think it might have been because he played it with a high stick, like it was too high, maybe.
Right.
I'm assuming. 'Cause he didn't look offside to me, unless it happened so fast.
Right. Yeah. It's a fast game.
Here comes Lafayette now. Bloomsburg keeping it in their zone. Sends it around. Dangles. They score. What a shot. And it's Weisgable again. Wow. He's got another hat trick.
How about that? And he's hyped up about that one. That's a beauty of a shot there. And Weisgable tags on to his already crazy amount of goals this season.
And he just absolutely sniped that one.
That was a beauty.
16th of the year, and that has got the bench fired up. And they needed that.
Yes, I was going to say they needed a little shot of adrenaline, and I think Gavin Weisgable just gave him that shot.
And they were waiting to get those chances. Their defense hasn't been too bad, but Lafayette a time or two kind of had those kind of sloppy turnovers, letting Bloomsburg kind of walk right in. And that's what happened. Weisgable just walked right in and roofed it. At 2:53 left in the second. Bloomsburg just gets on the board, up 7-3. Save there by Keys as 8 try to bring it back into play with his glove, and Bloomsburg takes over. Weisgable, good pass, but just better defense by number 4. Dangles, and all alone is 8. He cuts in, and a save by Keys. Keys with another monster save, trying to prevent Lafayette from chipping away again. Cardone gets in. Down the other end is Keys. Keys going to have to find somewhere to dump it off, and he does. And here comes Winters now, battling behind the net to 24. Winters sends it around the boards. Lafayette can't keep it in, and they'll reset at center ice. Try to knock it down. A little slow to get up. Is Winters. I think that puck went off his ankle. Seems to be okay. And that's going to be icing with 1:32 left in the second. 7-3 game.
Yeah, and something I want to point out here in this game right now is the Huskies. You know, obviously you're juiced up, you're fired up after a goal like that, but you got to keep your focus. I don't know if you saw or heard, but there's a little miscue over on the bench of who's going in on the ice, and that's something you can't have. That was something that Lafayette was doing in the first period, and I just saw Bloomsburg do that. You know, that's another thing with the emotions.
Here comes Lafayette now in the neutral zone, but the Huskies take over. Here comes Bandix. Takes a little check there, but Bloomsburg able to reset. Here's Carlos Bender. Pass goes nowhere. Bloomsburg regroups. Getting a stick on it was Lafayette. They don't retain possession. Here's Bender. Chips it in. They flip it. Couple bodies fall. Big shot there from Cardone trying to lay his body. And a hit from Bandix as well. 40 seconds left in the second. 7-3 game, and stretch pass nowhere down the other end of the ice. But number 8 there for Lafayette. Keeps it in the zone. Off of 2 sticks. Fanned on the bad attempt was Hunter Austin. First time we hear his name tonight. As Contardi tried to dump it out, but Lafayette keeps it in. 5 seconds loose as Keys covers it with 2.6 left.
Yeah, almost got to the end of the period, but
yeah, I think the Huskies were hoping to get through it, but when you get a bounce like that to Keys, you just got to cover it and just win the face-off. You saw Bender get on the ice, and he's gassed.
Yeah,
that was a long shift.
Long shift for Bender there.
Lafayette trying to get a win and go. They do not, and that will end the second period. Box scores 2-1 in favor of the Huskies. Bloomsburg leading Lafayette 7-3. Here as we are on the second period intermission report coming up. Jake, seems like Lafayette had a little more of an advantage in that second period.
Yes, they absolutely did, and we will get all that for you right after our words from our sponsors.
PAFootballnews.com and CWTAP. Tap into the state. PAFootballNews.com and CWTAP presents their weekly highlight show, bringing you, the viewers and fans, the best of the weekend's high school and college football action and interviews from all over the state of Pennsylvania. And introducing The View from the Sidelines, where you, the fans, can send in clips of your favorite team or athletes. Simply email your links or clips to Billy@PAFootballNews.com with the subject line, The View, by Sunday morning, and we'll try and present them on the program. PAFootballNews.com and CWTAP tap into the state. Our weekly highlight show every Tuesday at 9 on CWTAP and the next morning streaming on PFN. We got you covered.
See what Ms. Concordia has to offer. Come check out the new Henry Science Center. Take a break at Arches between classes.
Or join us for special events. Come try one of our 26 D3 sports. You could live here.
Or here.
Or here.
You can't come without us.
This is Jared Samuel from PAFootballNews.com. We are proud to serve the Wyoming area Warriors and all of District 2.
I'm Nick Nimmin, and I'm a StreamYard user. For the last 6 years, I've been live streaming consistently to YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else on the internet that would have me. And during that time, I've had the opportunity to use pretty much all the live streaming software that's available. Once I discovered StreamYard and found how easy it is, I was sold right out of the gate.
At Wilkes, we know you're ready to find your future. This is a haven for whatever you find interesting, for those willing to work hard for whatever comes next, for anyone searching for an incredible campus experience both in and out of the classroom. It all starts with one simple question. What do you want to do? At Wilkes, you will. Be part of a university you'll love. For more information, visit wilkes.edu.
Howdy folks, it's EJ Samuel from PAFootballNews.com, and we are proud to serve the Pocono Mountain East Cardinals and all of District 11.
TJ Production.
Live streaming can be tricky, and sometimes trying to find the right software to make your streams look really professional can be a real chore. The thing I like about StreamYard is that the user interface is really simple to understand and can give you a professional look without a whole lot of trying to figure out what you're supposed to be doing next.
At PAFootballNews.com, we've got you covered. If you're looking for the best coverage of high school football in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, check out PAFootballNews.com. From schedules to rankings, game coverage to Friday night scoreboard, live streams, and more, PA Football News is the one-stop shop for everything high school football in Pennsylvania. Follow us on Twitter at PAFootballNews and visit us at PAFootballNews.com. We got you covered.
Jake Mills from PAFootballNews.com and TJ Productions, and we're proud to serve the Wallen-Paw-Pack Buckhorns and all of District 2.
Find yourself at Bloomsburg University. We offer more than 50 majors, 40 minors, and 20 graduate programs to help our students grow personally and professionally. And with more than 200 student organizations, there's a place for everyone. Located at the intersection of excellence and affordability, Bloomsburg puts you on the path to an exciting career with a bright future. Bloomsburg University, a great place to be you. Learn more at bloomu.edu.
Serpentatics Hockey is the proud wax sponsor of the Bloomsburg University ice hockey team. Serpentatics Hockey provides wax products and goalie and player training sessions in the New York and New Jersey area. They are proudly sponsoring many different clubs this year, including the FPHL's Binghamton Black Bears, the Northern Michigan Warhounds, Tennessee Women's Ice Hockey, and your Bloomsburg Huskies. Follow them on Instagram at Serpentatics Hockey.
Welcome back. Second period intermission report. Bloomsburg leading Lafayette 7-3, and if you're just joining us, Corey Ayub, Jake Mills. Jake, first period seemed like all Bloomsburg, and second period, despite the box score being 2-1 goal-wise in favor of Bloomsburg, Lafayette was the much better team.
Oh, absolutely, and I noticed an energy shift. So, like, Bloomsburg in that first period, you looked at their bench. They're fired up, making lots of noise, nice save. They're all banging their sticks on the bench. Second period, we saw that from Lafayette. Didn't see it much from Bloomsburg. It's almost like they gained some energy at the end of the first period when they realized, okay, we're down. We got to, pick up the juice, and they did. They got a ton of shots off. Obviously not a ton of goals, but a lot of shots. And, I think that's hurting Bloomsburg a little bit, but, ultimately they still have a 7-3 lead. I just think they need to work on the time of possession a little bit more because Lafayette had a lot more in that second period. A lot more.
We look at the pros and cons, well, the goods and the bads. The goods, I'd say, for Bloomsburg, again, Weisgable gets a goal in that second period as a hat trick. He's already had a double hat trick this year. We saw Getz get a hat trick. He also scored in the second, so both of the two goal scorers in this game add another addition to each get a hat trick. And again, a much cleaner period for both teams. Just one penalty. That was by Lafayette, but Bloomsburg, though, they had their chances, but they just got shut down. That defense of Lafayette laying the body, didn't have a lot of shots on net on those power play chances.
Lafayette's defense really came around in that second period. They were throwing their bodies on the line. We said it during the game. They were making a lot of nice saves and a lot of nice blocks. It wasn't even just from the goalie; it was the whole team. Just everyone's getting in there, man. They were making some really nice saves. I mean, talk about the opportunity that Emily Phillips had right in front of the net to get her first goal of the year. Puck's literally loose. No one is there. She's right there. And, she shoots it up, and then here comes a herd of Leopards just right in there. You know what I mean?
It's a good way of putting it. That's a good way of putting it. And other than that, I mean, like Lafayette, like we said, they had incredible defense. Keys was under duress at some points in that second period. A lot of close calls, a lot of fortunate bounces. I think one of them went off the post. Another one caromed off the glass and kind of off the, what you call it, the bird's nest part of the net. Like they had some really close calls. So if you're Bloomsburg, you got to tighten up the defense, cannot fall back into those bad habits where you're just kind of letting Keys having to carry because he's going to get gassed. And like you said, that game against Bucknell, when you're taking 40 shots in a period, like you're just going to get sick of it. Like you're going to get sick of it.
Literally, yeah. I was going to say, I mean, they played both Paulus and Keys last week because, you take it was probably close to 80 in the second because they had Bucknell last week had 107 shots total combined. So I'm sure at least 70 or 80 of those were on Keys because Paulus came in the third period. So, yeah, that's a lot of shots. And I don't know exact totals right now, but we'll find that out later.
Definitely a lot less.
Definitely a lot less than that. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely a lot less.
But I can guarantee you this, Lafayette probably has double, if not triple, of what they had in the first period.
Absolutely. And what did we say at the first period intermission? I think Lafayette's coach is going to ream them out for a lot of the poor things they were doing, and something clicked because they made an adjustment on the Bloomsburg bench. Were actually kind of yelling at each other, like, "What are we doing? Like, get on the ice!"
There was a couple
bad line changes, and
I'm gonna say little guys. I just think it's like you get a nice goal. Like this was after Gavin Weisgable had the electric goal, and everyone was fired up, right? So maybe you lose focus a little bit, and then even you're up 7-3. That could also be a factor too. But you also need to keep that. You need to keep that focus. You can't be screaming at your guys to get on the ice, and you're stuck with 4 while Lafayette's going down the other end. Because that almost did happen a couple times. And then, again, Lafayette was doing that in the first period. Then we saw Bloomsburg do it. So it's like they flipped. You know what I mean? It's like they literally flipped energies and focus. It was like Lafayette was doing what Bloomsburg did in the first, and Bloomsburg was doing what Lafayette did in the first.
If you're a betting man, if Lafayette struggled in the first and Bloomsburg struggled in the second. I think both teams are going to be even in the third, but
we'll have to see.
I don't have a crystal ball, so we'll have to wait and see what happens in the third period. But other than that, if Lafayette, again, like we said, very good defense. Almost fell there. I lost my balance.
Oh, yeah, this wobbly old. You can see it on the camera. Because, if I try to drop this thing, we're going to go down, right? So this lift is a little tricky sometimes.
Well, you know what? When we're calling this game, we know we're skilled at calling games. So we wanted to make it a little bit harder on ourselves. We wanted to make it a little bit of a challenge.
Right.
But to go back to Lafayette, much cleaner period, no penalties. They did get, one more goal, but if you're Lafayette, you would love to see more offense because they had so many chances, and it's like getting your car keys stuck in the car where it's right there and you just cannot get it. You just cannot get it in.
That's a good analogy.
And again, back to Keys, he was excellent when he needed to be in goal, but if you're Lafayette, just keep dissecting Bloomsburg's defense, and sooner or later those chances will fall because they had one off the post and that carom that almost went in and a few open chances.
Yep.
But, I predict that this third period is going to be a little bit more even. I think now that Bloomsburg and Lafayette had a feel of each other in that first period, and then especially the second, Lafayette knew what they had to do, and Bloomsburg, I think, may have gotten a little bit too comfortable.
Right, yeah.
Now I think both teams know exactly how each team is going to play.
Right.
And I think it's going to be a very even third period, but who knows? Even could be a tight game, and Lafayette could sneak in 4 quick goals, and we can head to overtime.
I know. Yeah, anything can happen. Hockey, as we know, is a very fast-paced game. Anything can happen at any time. So, hopefully for Bloomsburg, they don't let that happen. But, like you said, they've seen each other. Obviously Lafayette figured out what they had to fix after that first period. And then, Bloomsburg after the first period, they kind of, got, like you said, got a little too comfortable. I noticed a lot of miscues on the bench of rotating lines and, guys not really locked in. And, that will be something they hopefully will fix in this intermission that Coach Elkins hopefully got on them for a little bit.
And for first time seeing Lafayette, I got to say, very solid hockey club. I obviously had no expectations, but, knowing with Bloomsburg and their speed, I thought, Bloomsburg was going to have the advantage, and they have, but they really impressed me in that second period defensively, like we were saying.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see how both teams readjust in the third period as the Huskies take the ice now.
Here come the Huskies.
We'll see if Weisgable and Getz both with a hat trick. Can they add more? Can we see another double hat trick
from Weisgable
in this game?
I mean, it's very well possible. It absolutely is.
You never know.
You never do.
As like we were saying, Bloomsburg in this game 3-3. Now it's not a divisional game, though. 0-3 in the division.
Yeah.
Trying to stay perfect against non-divisional opponents. They've been playing great against teams not in the division, but
now this is a division.
Oh,
game.
this is a division.
Yes,
game.
This is a division game. So they are. This is the American division. So this is Alvernia, Bloomsburg, Bucknell, Gettysburg, and Lafayette. So after today, they would have played. This is their final time playing an opponent they haven't played before. So after today, they would have played everyone in the American division in the DVCHC. And then they have, I think, one more out-of-conference game, so out of the DVCHC, and then they have a game or two left against teams from the other division, which is Kutztown, the 2 Penn State schools, Altoona and Berks, Susquehanna, and I'm trying to think of it at the top of my head. Believe that's it, because you have the 2 Penn State schools, Susquehanna, Kutztown. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm probably forgetting someone. I apologize.
Yeah, we're sorry.
We're sorry, but yes. So yeah, this is the last time them seeing a team that, playing a team, in their division for the first time. And they do only play Lafayette once. The only team that they do play more than once in their division is Alvernia, but that game did not happen, so they did only play Alvernia once. So they are playing everyone one time. The only team they are playing twice this year, they played American twice, which is a different conference. I believe it's the ACC. And they're playing Kutztown again at the end of the year, which is the other division of the DVCHC. So that's technically not a conference game.
Now you can tell why I had no prior expectations to Lafayette. I didn't even know they're in the same division. They're like an anomaly.
I was going to say, it's tough to tell when you don't play a game, you know? When your first game is November 2nd.
So Lafayette's going to take the ice. Final 20 minutes, final period, third period. If you're just joining us, Bloomsburg Huskies leading the Lafayette Leopards 7-3. As second period was 2-1 in goals in favor of the Huskies, but Lafayette definitely was the better team, so we'll see if this will be a more balanced third period for both teams.
I was going to say, we'll see. I mean, the way this is shaped up so far, it's very well possible that, you know, these teams kind of really figured out each other. And like I said, Lafayette, you saw in that second period, they kind of figured out what they needed to do to fix things. And then Bloomsburg, they got a little too comfortable. So those are two things that if both teams fix on those two, if they focus on fixing those two things, we'll see a very evenly matched game in this third period.
Here's the face-off. Wolsifer will take the face-off for Bloomsburg. We also see Getz winners on the ice. And away we are here, final 20 minutes of this game. Here comes Lafayette. Number 28. Bounce pass to number 24. Off the boards, nobody there. And now already Bloomsburg might have numbers if they get there fast enough, but Lafayette catches up. Pass was intended to Contardi. Tried to keep it in was Weisgable. And now Lafayette the other way. Pass to 8, too long. And they'll have to reset to avoid an offside. And number 8. Trying to regroup. And saucer pass, nobody there, and it's going to be offside.
Kind of a quick situation there, trying to gain control there, and you catch yourself offsides. That's a tough one to stop.
And if you're the Huskies, I think you're just a little excited to get
a
few more goals for comfort. I think they want to start kind of ride that high like they did in the first period.
Right, yeah. I was going to say, they got a little too comfortable, though, in that second period, and Lafayette was able to tack on another goal.
27 won the faceoff, trying to get his own puck that he threw out in front of him. Krakolishi regains the puck. Passes, and that's just a long shot for Cardone. And that will be icing.
Another icing there. Saw a lot of those actually in the second period. We didn't see a lot in the first, but we saw a lot more in the second, I think. A lot more icing. And that's something I noticed too. A lot of, in these games, you see a lot of icing. A lot.
So far this third period, a lot of stretch plays we've been seeing that just haven't come into fruition.
Right.
Bloomsburg won the face-off. Here's 18 as Cardone playing a little rough with him. As 27 lost his edge. He's been losing his edge a lot tonight. I don't know if we have to sharpen the blade of his skate a little bit.
Might have to get the skate sharpener out.
Tried to dump it and fanned on it, but still was able to move the puck forward. Dangles, pass behind him. Deflected, doesn't get on net. It was blocked by West. Lafayette regains. Number 2, that's blocked by Krakolishi. Sends it around the boards. 20. Dangles. 20. Slap shot. Saved by Keys. Loose in front. Keys had to stretch, but that second chance didn't get on net. They keep it in. Deflected wide. 18 and an opportunity. In the slot, and they score. Number 28. And it's back to a 3-goal game.
Yeah, I mean, when you keep the puck in your zone there, you keep it on you, and one guy's gonna get open. A lot of nice shots, a lot of nice saves. I mean, the Bloomsburg bench was hyped. A lot of nice defensive stops, but you got to eventually get it out of the zone, and Bloomsburg couldn't do that. So eventually you're gonna have someone open. Someone's gonna be there for it. So
what do we say at the intermission and a few minutes ago? If you're Lafayette, it's like those chances are there and you're just itching for them to get in. And there's one right there where they kept fighting and fighting, and finally it finds the back of the net. As Bloomsburg wins the face-off, they immediately clear. Pass inside, good opportunity. Weisgable had it, but the stick was lifted. It's going to go down the other way. Winners racing, but number 8 beats them to it for Lafayette. In the neutral zone, and that pass was errant. No one there, and a good chance for Winners, but lost the edge. Puck went crazy off his stick. And now here's number 11 in Lafayette now. 18 was calling for it. They get onside. 11 goes off the skate of Getz. Weisgable tried to keep possession. Tried to get control and didn't get it. It was Contardi. Weisgable, patient. Little saucer pass to Getz, and offside is called.
It's a nice awareness there by Lafayette to kind of be there for it and cause Zach Getz to go offsides there. That was a good heads-up play there by the Leopards.
Just joining us, 16:32 left in the third. Lafayette striking early in the third. They cut the deficit to 3. Bloomsburg still leading 7-4. And again, in club hockey, you'd be surprised. It's still anyone's game. We've seen crazier things happen. And both two guys lost their edge. Great pass to Getz, just a little out to his range. One-timer and a good save. Rebound, it's still loose. And another save, back-to-back saves by the Lafayette goaltender. And now odd man rush. 2, lost his control of the puck. And I think we got a penalty coming up. And we do.
And
Coach Elkins didn't like the call.
And that will go to Weisgable. Little hot mic there again.
Yeah.
Had a couple of those. Like I said, it will happen at one point, and I think there it did.
We had to be silent. Let's hear the crowd and the environment around us.
It's not never prepared for that, obviously.
So Lafayette wins the face-off. Back on the power play, 1 for 2 tonight. And again, bad carom, and it goes in. Went off of the boards, and it happened today. First went off the top of the net.
Wow.
And now the second time tonight it happens, goes off the back and in, and a power play goal.
Wow, that that was a Lafayette taking the advantage early on Lafayette taking advantage there, early on in the power play there, and they cut this deficit to 2.
Wow.
It's a completely different game.
Wow.
And Weisgable was not happy about that call, and neither were Coach Jones and Coach Elkins.
Face-off won by Bloomsburg, and again, Lafayette back to work in the zone. They dangle. And good stick there for Krakalishi. 24. Backhand, maybe tried to pass it, but got a stick on it. It was Bloomsburg to keep that out of harm's way. Lafayette really just picking up where they left off in the second period in the zone. Keep it in again. Number 4. That goes off of a stick. And actually went off of Krakalishi. And he's kind of limping. Takes another one that goes wide. Number 4, and no one on covering the top of the zone. Now down low, number 11. They turn it over. Lafayette coach yelling forward high he wants to see. As Weisgable chips it in, and finally Bloomsburg gets a much-needed change because, Jake, they were looking tired on that last defensive possession.
Not a lot of opportunities to get a change, really. So you're keeping the same guys out there for extended periods of time, and that could also be a contributing factor on why maybe this game is tighter than it was at one point.
Again, box scores this period 2-0 in favor of Lafayette. And it's going to be icing. So this is the first time all game that Lafayette has led the period in goals.
Yeah.
It's been all Bloomsburg.
I was going to say, for box score wise in the period, absolutely. Yeah, this was first time Lafayette has a lead in the period. Like we know Bloomsburg had the nice hot start, and then they scored first last period as well. So, yeah.
Face-off. And it is won by Lafayette. 14:08 to go in the game. They're down by 2. 1 point down 6-2. And it's a 7-5 game. They dump it in off the goaltender's glove of Lafayette. And they might have been calling for a change, didn't get it. And there's a nice pad save by Keys. Tried to go 5-hole, was number 8. Keeps possession. Good defense by Krakolishi. Pass deflected off of the stick of Cardone. Number 20. Dangles, number 20, has a goal tonight. Had a goal in that second period. And that pass, no one there. They'll have to reset in the neutral zone. And opportunity for Cardone, fanned on it. And now it's another odd man rush. 20 and a kick save by Keys. Lafayette. No one there covering the left side. 20. Patient. Pass in the slot. Fanned on it. Bloomsburg trying to get it out. And they do. And I think Bloomsburg wanted a penalty.
Yeah.
On Winters. Didn't get it. Winters got roughed up.
I was going to say he absolutely did there. I'm going to understand that frustration.
Here comes Bloomsburg, and again, a stretch pass, no one there. And offense just looking a little out of sync.
I was going to say, definitely stalled out in this game from how we saw them come out.
And Weisgable kind of looked a little off balance. Slap shot, another kick save by Keys, 20. Wrap around and a good save from Keys. And he'll cover it up. Man.
It's a nice defensive stop there by Keys. Almost a little wraparound goal there from Lafayette. Nice move there by, I believe that was
number 20.
Number 20, yeah.
And he had that goal in the second period. And really since the second period, he has been going to work for the Leopards.
He has. But almost had a very nice goal there, but a nice save by Keys.
And Keys not even set up, and they drop the puck. And now it's getting a little chippy. And oh boy, and there's the hands thrown, and we've been waiting to see that, Jake.
Yeah, it's happened quite a bit, especially against Gettysburg was a notable game where that happened. And we're seeing similar traits, and it looks like a penalty will draw of number 28, which is Wolsifer.
Oh, we're going to have two penalties
here.
Two penalties.
There's Wolsifer.
So it's going to be a 4-on-4.
And there's number 24.
After the extracurricular activities. So things are getting interesting.
Yeah, things are getting chippy and interesting at the same time. And, yeah, just a little rough housing there from both squads. And now we have 4-on-4. Now we have some back and forth here between
some exchange.
Wolsifer and number 24 Lafayette.
Yeah, Wolsifer and number 24 on Lafayette. So finally, that was like the longest minute and a half, I think it was.
Yeah.
So,
Just say that was right off the face-off there. They started going at each other.
And anyway, play resumes. Keys is ready this time. He is ready and set in net. Chance gets and looking for a trip, and they didn't get it. Number 2 driving, and a good save from Keys. Loose in the crease, but a good opportunity. Gets it out. Number 2, another chance inside, around the net. Number 8, one-timer, and they score. It knuckled off his stick.
Unbelievable.
A knuckle puck,
Wow.
and it's a 1
Wow.
goal game.
A little a little different of a game than we saw at the beginning. It's a 1-goal deficit now for Lafayette. It's 7-6, or as they said,
Wow.
6-7 over there. That's what they said.
I was just about to say that. I was going to say, anyone listening, cover your ears.
Yeah, I think we're all kind of tired of hearing 6-7, but it doesn't seem like that's dying anytime soon. You know why I think that is? As a young man, I think the older people, the Gen X people, got to it, so now it's never going to die.
So 11:26 left in the third. Fortunately, I had no way of transitioning out of the 6-7 comment, so we're just going to get right back into the face-off. If you're just joining us, 11:22 left in the third. So far, 3 goals for Lafayette and nothing for Bloomsburg in this third period. And a 6-2 lead has now been cut to 7-6.
Caught yourself there.
Sends it around as West. And the Huskies, you're just looking for any momentum shift. There's a slap shot near the blue line, just past the blue line by Getz. And here's number 4. And still 26 seconds left for 4-on-4 play, and it's going to be an icing.
And obviously now with this game getting tight and the scuffles, this game's getting very chippy. This is, like I said, very similar to the Gettysburg game two weeks ago here from the Toyota Sportsplex. And Bloomsburg now can't let their emotions get the best of them, because that appears they are right now.
And face off. It's going to go down the other end of the ice. Digging down is Krakalishi. As taking his time. It's Krakalishi. Was Wolsifer back on the ice, and now whistle blow. Is it a penalty? I think it is. It's a hook. So a hooking call. It's going to be on Lafayette. Huge power play coming up from Bloomsburg. And Jake, what did we say? Bloomsburg just wanted any momentum shifter, and they get it here.
I was going to say,
chance to
this
strike
is
on the power play.
Big chance, and you got to take advantage here. You just gave up a 6-2 lead. You're only up by 1 now, and there's still 10-15 left in this game. You got to take full advantage of this power play here if you're the Bloomsburg Huskies.
Big opportunity. 1 for 2 tonight on the power play. Lafayette wins the opening faceoff, goes off of 2 skates, and Lafayette will just chip it down. And sends it around as Wolsifer. Skating in is Winners. Shot, and that's goes the other way. Getz is looking down low, may have tried to shoot it, missed wide, goes off, another chance off the stick of 8. They keep it in. Bloomsburg moving it around. Shot, it goes off, deflected, and then off the glass. Lafayette trying to get out of the zone, and they keep it in, but it's going to be a breakaway. 24 to tie, and a save by Keys. What a save.
Beautiful save there by Keys.
His biggest save of the night.
Absolutely.
Number 8, another chance goes wide, blocker side. Boy, oh boy, Jake. Bloomsburg, another opportunity for Lafayette that they dodge, and it's still a 1-goal game. 24. And Winters, little roughhousing down low. Patiently enter back into the neutral zone. Weisgable was dishing it to Getz and no one there, and they send it down to clear. 17 seconds left on this power play. A much needed power play. Bloomsburg, if they get enough open space, they got a chance for one more, but another turnover. Wolsefer this time. Weisgable will get it. Penalty over. And Bloomsburg cannot convert. Weisgable tried to dangle. Good defense. Lafayette back into the zone, but sent around center ice. Number 4. No one playing defense. 28-4. They score!
Wow.
What a dish in the slot, and we're tied at 7.
We are tied. Oh my goodness. What a friggin' game. Wow. Now we have ourselves
unbelievable
a game. Wow. Wow.
And just like that, 4 unanswered goals in this third period. And now Bloomsburg's going to use a timeout, but
much needed.
Wow.
And during that timeout, we will take a break and we'll be right back.
At PAFootballNews.com, we've got you covered. If you're looking for the best coverage of high school football in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, check out PAFootballNews.com. From schedules to rankings, game coverage to Friday night scoreboard, live streams, and more, PA Football News is the one-stop shop for everything high school football in Pennsylvania. Follow us on Twitter at PAFootballNews and visit us at PAFootballNews.com. We got you covered.
Welcome back. Took a short little break for the timeout. Bloomsburg used the timeout, and
much needed.
What did we say at the intermission? You know, anything could happen in club hockey. And wow, this third period box score 4-0, 4 unanswered for Lafayette. And at one point, it was a 6-2 game.
Yeah. And,
they led 7-3 at the end of the second, and we're tied.
Yeah, and Bloomsburg, obviously, there are definitely some problems here on the bench. Again, like I said, miscues with line changes, and I noticed a little bit of, teammates going at each other, and that's something you don't want to do, especially when you have a game like this. You don't want to be going at each other, and I think that timeout was much needed.
And Tyler Keys, who went kind of just not having much to do in the first period, almost feels like the last 2 games he's played, especially this third period. He has been probably under the most duress he's had all night.
Oh, absolutely. And like I said, the defense, they start to, let up a little bit. That gives Keys a lot more shots. And here we are, 7-7 game after the Huskies were up 6-2 at one point.
And Bloomsburg, they haven't had as many chances, but again, they just had that power play, could not convert, which ended up a minute or 2 later leading to that Lafayette goal. So now, 7.5 minutes to go, 7-7. Shot pop fly over the net, finally lands on the ice, number 8. Loose, good opportunity for 8. But Krakalici got a stick in there to break it up. Lafayette again dominating time of possession. That shot goes wide. Roughhousing down low, trying to keep it in. They do. Number 8. Number 8, that shot off a body, doesn't get on net. 27. There's good defense there from Phillips, breaking that up. Here's number 4. Nice quick pass, but Phillips had it, just wasn't looking and was a little late to it. Line change with 6:34 to go. Missed that opportunity to pick it off. Number 18 dangles and takes over, shifts it around, goes off the skate of Wolsefer. Can't get it, and it's going to be offside.
I was going to say that was a little too close for comfort there. Bloomsburg, no one really there for it, but they weren't. Lafayette wasn't on sides, thankfully.
6:20 left in the third. Lafayette try to complete a 5-goal comeback. That was their largest deficit tonight, was 5. And they have a chance to have a huge comeback in their season opener, nonetheless, for Lafayette. Getz races for that one. Lafayette regains control, and they get another good bounce. Winters dumps it around. Lafayette regains control. And again, lacking on defense, no one there. Winters gets back to it. Number 6 shot. Keys may have gotten a piece of it, but it was high of the net. Contardi, number 8, keeping it in. And battling for it on the other way, but gets, and we have an injured player.
Yeah, we have an injured Lafayette Leopard down right now, and we'll make sure that he is all right. Coach is going to look at him.
Yeah, Wolf Seffer and him, they were getting playing aggressive along the boards, and I think he just maybe got twisted up, maybe, because he got crunched.
That's what it appears to be. And while they take a look at him, we will take a break and hear a word from our sponsors.
Find yourself at Bloomsburg University. We offer more than 50 majors, 40 minors, and 20 graduate programs to help our students grow personally and professionally. And with more than 200 student organizations, there's a place for everyone. Located at the intersection of excellence and affordability, Bloomsburg puts you on the path to an exciting career with a bright future. Bloomsburg University, a great place to be you. Learn more at bloomu.edu.
I'm Nick Nimmin, and I'm a StreamYard user. For the last 6 years, I've been live streaming consistently to YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else on the internet that would have me. And during that time, I've had the opportunity to use pretty much all the live streaming software that's available. Once I discovered StreamYard and found how easy it is, I was sold right out of the gate.
Jake Mills from PAFootballNews.com and TJ Productions, and we're proud to serve the Wallen Paw Pack Buckhorns and all of District 2.
And we're back as number 8, a little shooken up for Lafayette. He's skating on his own accord.
Which is good to see because he was down for a little bit of time. We're getting a little worried.
Yeah, it looks like he was getting chirped a little bit too.
Chirped there by the Bloomsburg bench. So now the Huskies and the Leopards will be making their way back out onto the ice after a little injury timeout. But thankfully he was able to skate off on his own because that did not look good at all at the beginning.
So 5:27 left in the third. Face-off won by Bloomsburg. And if you're just joining us, 7-7 game, playing aggressive on defense.
And
almost got it. Almost got a souvenir.
Puck almost hit us. It's the closest call I've had so far this year.
I said, what an experience that would be. And that was our first close call.
Yeah.
First close call.
Yeah. Where did that even go? Oh, I see it.
Down there. It was actually maybe a foot or two from my hand. I could have reached out and got it if my arms were long enough, but here's Bloomsburg. Great pass inside and a good save.
Nice
good
save there by the goaltender
opportunity.
Yeah. Getz was right in there. Would have had his 5th goal of the night, correct?
Fourth, okay. Would have been his 4th. What a big time that would have been to get your 4th. Take the lead late in the game.
Especially to get the lead back to your team, yeah, but Lafayette came up there with a nice save.
While Lafayette's goaltender's given up 7 tonight, third period has been his best period. He hasn't had a lot, but right there, again, another quick save. He's been quick on his feet to keep his team in this game. Bouncing puck. And here come the Leopards, 24. Rister, that goes blocker side wide. Trying to get it out. They do not. 4 cuts it off, 27. Pass inside, tipped and just went wide. What a tip. Here's 24. Shot off a body and wide. Another opportunity off a skate. This time doesn't even get anywhere forward. Keys comes out to play it behind the net. Here's Joe West. Joe West. Nice pass to Weisgable. Weisgable to Getz. Just going to slap it near the net. Hits off a number 4. Getz sends it around. Late to get to it, but Krakalishi is there regardless. They'll have to set up in the neutral zone and almost touched it for an offside, but Getz was able to touch it at the right time. Getz gets bumped, Sends it down. Quick line change for the Huskies with 3:27 to go in the third. Bad pass turned over. Huskies try and keep it in. And now the Leopards the other way. They enter the zone. 27 to 18. Alone, and that shot just over the glove. Couple good opportunities for both teams. 4 inside. 18, 27, and another blocker save, this time by Keys. They can't get it out. 20. Shooting and gloved up in the air, and this time finally covered by Keys, and now we got some extracurricular activity again.
Right in front of the net. This game's getting chippy. I mean, you're in a tie game. Lafayette, they're trying to come back and win this one after being down, 6-2 was the biggest lead at one point. And obviously you had a little bit of tensions earlier on the Wilkes-Barre penalty on the face-off there. So, yeah, this game is getting really, really chippy. And the teams are really going at it. And, like we said, first period, Lafayette didn't have much energy. Second period, and then second period, Bloomsburg did it. Now it seems like they both do. And it's you can see it out there. It's getting chippy.
Here are the Leopards, like we said, trying to come back from a 4-goal deficit, not 5. That's my correction. Don't know how to do math right now. Because at one point it was a 6-2 game. And it's 7-7 with 2.5 to go. Good chance. Dumps it around is Bender. Lafayette floats one up, but they keep it in. Is Winters, the captain. Winters, that shot just goes wide. That was his bread and butter location. Just couldn't get it to go. That point shot blocked by 2. Loose in front, and Lafayette able to push that one out of harm's way. Battling is 8 and Contardi for Bloomsburg. 2, it's a 2-on-1. 2, patient, passes, good defense, rebound loose again, 28 and a chance. And a big, big save from Tyler Keys.
Wow, great job by Tyler Keys there to prevent anything bad from
And Trent
happening.
Winters getting down.
You see him down there. He got himself in there as well. I mean, that's just an all-out great defensive effort from the Huskies.
And again, in the danger zone, right in the, you'd say in basketball, in the interior,
Yeah.
like very
Yeah.
tight captain's quarters there. 1:52 to go in the third. Face-off, fought for, but won by Bloomsburg. Weisgable tried to push that out and start a rush, but instead it goes the other way. West, they turn it over, 28, but they get the puck right back. Lost his edge, and a 2-on-1. Big opportunity, gets Wilkes-Barre, and that just was out of his reach. It was a good setup by Getz, but a little too long. And now Leopards go the other way. Here's West, sends it around. Weisgable lost the puck. Number 4, lost it, tried to pass behind. Weisgable send it. Here's 20. Final minute here in the third period. 7-7 game. Can Bloomsburg get their first goal of the period as a winner? And a good save again by Keys.
Wow,
again,
and
all
that was
alone.
That was a really close call there. I mean, the bounced off the side of the boards there. No one was really there from Bloomsburg. There was Lafayette. I believe there was number 28 there. Took the shot, and Keys was right there for the body save. That was almost a really bad situation.
Wow.
Lafayette almost just won the game there.
And Keys, he has had to be big in big moments.
And so far, he has.
He has. Bloomsburg defense trying to tighten up, and face-off won by Bloomsburg. They send it down. It goes off the glove, so they do avoid an icing, as that's not going to go anywhere near the bottom of the ice, the other end of the ice. 33 seconds. Turned over. Weisgable. Can he do it again? And poked away. Good effort, athletic effort. Now 24, using his body, skating in, and just can't get possession. Lost control. Number 8 takes over. One-timer shot goes wide. Another opportunity. Bloomsburg laying the body. 12 seconds, 24. Patient and off the blocker. And it's a 2-on-0. Can we have a buzzer beater? In 3. Scores! Weisgable! Can you believe it? His 4th of the year.
Wow! What a goal by Gavin Weisgable.
Holy moly! Wow! And you saw the frustration brewing by Weisgable and the team, and with 1.6 to go, the Huskies take a 1-goal lead.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That was incredible, man. Weisgable got that done. Look at that. Went right in, got that, and he's fired up. And there's some discussions over here on the Husky bench.
And just when we thought Lafayette might snatch this game away from Bloomsburg, they answer at as late as you could in the third period. Unbelievable.
Really could.
Weisgable with his 4th, gets him his 17th of the year, and that will do it. And the Huskies win in probably one of the most exciting games I've called in my life so far.
I mean, that's a great start for you, Corey. Oh my goodness.
Huskies 8-7 win. They improved to 4-3. They are finally get their first division win of the season, and that was a big one.
Oh, yes.
And it was an ugly win.
I was going to say, ugly way to win that one. I mean, obviously being up 6-2 and almost giving this game up. You win this one 8-7. That was an electric. You feel the energy in this building right now.
So for Bloomsburg, now 4-3 on the year. For Lafayette, they dropped to 0-1, but got to give credit where credit is due to Lafayette in their first game. All of us here broadcasting this game, we couldn't figure out or had any expectations of how this team would be, and my goodness, they played a heck of a hockey game, especially in the third period.
Oh my God, yeah, no, the third period is what really changed the direction of this game. I mean, Bloomsburg got off to an extremely hot start in the first period. Second period, Lafayette took over on the shots on goal and time of possession. Third period, Lafayette goes 4-0 up until 1.6 seconds left, and there's good old reliable Gavin Weisgable gets it in, wins the game for the Huskies.
So final stats, Bloomsburg 8-7 victory. They were 1 for 3 on the power play. Lafayette was 2 for 3. 2 shorthanded goals for Bloomsburg, which, looking at the score now, made a difference.
Oh, huge
difference. And 1 shorthanded goal for Lafayette, but if you had 3 stars of the game, your number 1 star has got to be Mr. Reliable Gavin Weisgable.
Oh my God, absolutely. Game-winning goal, and that was his,
fourth
goal, game-winning goal. Almost give this one up, and you get a nice breakaway down the ice, and not a lot of time left. You kind of just have to go with it and shoot it, and you get one right behind the Lafayette goaltender, and you win the game for your team.
And Tyler Keys, shout out to him. He, had a rocky second and third period. The defense was having a tough time, but stood tall when it mattered most.
Right, yeah, and like I said, emotions have been a major issue for the Huskies in the last couple games, to say the least. And I saw it here, and I'm sure you did too. They were starting to go at each other on the bench.
Yeah, they were chirping.
Some miscues with, changing lines and, players like all Bloomsburg players, like they were kind of going at each other because they weren't going out on the ice in time. They couldn't figure it out. And like I said, I think emotions were definitely high because, on top of, having the miscues of sending guys out, Lafayette starts to get chippy with you, and this turns into a way more physical game than it was at the start. And, yeah, you almost give this one up, but, man, what an ending.
What an ending, and that's going to do it for us here as Bloomsburg an 8-7 win. Corey Ayub, Jake Mills for TJ Productions. We will see you next time.
Yes, our next game that we will be doing is next Sunday. The Huskies will host the Millersville Marauders in a non-conference matchup. They will also be playing them at Millersville Saturday, so it's a weekend series, a home and away. So the Huskies will go down to Millersville, Pennsylvania, just outside Lancaster, and then the Marauders will make their way up here to Wilkes-Barre.
Should be a fun one.
Huskies. Yeah, so, yeah, thank you for coming on, Corey. We'll have you back on, I'm sure, soon.
Yes, thank you, Jake. And what a game.
Yes. Have a good night.
TJ Productions, providing the best in sports and entertainment.